Morning, I woke up late. I'm not happy about it. Also, my necklace broke. I'm not happy about it. I'm going to eat some food now. I'm going to be happy about it. Then I'm going to read a book. I don't know if I'm going to be happy about it. We'll see. I've not read it before. And then I'm off to the gym.
Wait for the kicker. Same place when I'm looking on the island, said I got them. Oh, no. Everything said black. Chasing women, a distraction. They want me on TV. Yeah, I'm just done it, alright?
5 eggs with 2 slices of sourdough toast, 2 kiwi, glass of raw milk. I don't like to train when I've just eaten quite a lot of fat, whether it be healthy fat or unhealthy fat, doesn't matter. So what I'll do is I'll eat this and then I'll sit for a while, drink a lot of fluids. I'm gonna read a book and then I think I'm gonna go train after that. What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. So this is episode 2 of the Raw Vlog series. If you are new to the Raw Vlog series, then don't be. Go and watch the first episode. What the hell are you doing here? But yeah, basically what we're doing here is raw footage. We're not really hyper obsessing over like editing or crazy bits and bobs, just like my other series when I was doing my prep series. I had a lot of like editing and stuff going on, and yeah, I wanted to just do a little short series of just raw vlogs, see how they do, because I quite enjoy doing this kind of voiceover thing, and hopefully you guys enjoy listening to it too. So this is session 2, so it's my day 2, and I'm 2 weeks into this now, maybe, yeah, 2 weeks into this block now. So yeah, week 2, session 2, this is Larsen press that you're seeing here. Well, it will be once I've warmed up. Of course, I'm still benching 4 times a week. I have, since then, tried some deadlifts. I did try some really light deadlifts off camera, just to see how they're feeling. And I can go up to around about 100 kilo for sets of 4, completely pain-free. I didn't try anything heavier, and I probably won't try anything heavier, to be honest, for a little while. I just wanted to see how they were feeling. So yeah, that's that. In terms of, what was it, squats. In terms of squats, I tried those today actually, again off camera, and they were not as successful as the deadlifts, unfortunately. With the squats, I managed empty bar without pain. To be honest, I did try 1 plate and there wasn't really any pain, but I could just tell that there would be if I continued how I was going. So I decided not to bother, and I'll just leave it another couple of weeks before I give them a go again. In terms of my recovery strategy, I'm just staying away from any movements that significantly hurt or give me pain. So I just don't see the point. I don't see the point in pushing it. So going into this session now, warmed up for Larsen press, and we're about to start loading the bar, starting with the 1 plate. What I try and do with my Larsen press is set up as I was about to bench press normally. So the way I would do this is wedge myself in with my feet on the floor, and try and get my shoulders retracted as much as possible, and then when it's time to lift off and go, I'm in the exact same position as I would be for my typical bench press, and only at that point is when I would lift my feet off the floor. So we'll see that here now. And that's when I'll start. So moving nicely. Boom, easy as that. Moving up in weight now, so that was 60 kilo. This will be around about 83 kilo. And of course they start hoovering as soon as I start filming. It's just typical, eh? So nice and easy. Now, the way I kind of structure these warm-ups is as I get heavier in weight, I will taper down the reps, so I won't be doing as many reps. This is up to 92 kilo now. And I'll just do a single here, and then up to my top set. So for reference, back last week, I did 8 reps at 100 kilo on normal bench press, and this is how quick progress has been. I'm now doing 101 kilo for my Larsen press for sets of 8. I filmed it from this angle because it was going on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as well. So you've probably already seen this if you watch my YouTube shorts, or if you Instagram or follow me on TikTok or Instagram. There's a nice 8 reps here. Small tiny pause on the chest. I'm not aiming for like an excessive pause or anything of that nature, just something nice and light on the chest. So back downs now. I'm still doing my ascending back off sets, meaning I'll start with an RPE 4 to 5 in this case. Is it 4 to 5? No, 5 to 6. RP 5 to 6 in this case for my first set, and I had chosen 83 kilo. Pretty light. I rated it at 5.5, RP 5.5. Second set, I've chosen 92. So this is this was my last warm up. So, you know, I think maybe I probably could have gone a little bit heavier today upon reflection. But you know what? We learn. So this is 8 reps at 92 kilo. And just like I explained in my last video, the idea behind these ascending sets is to almost reintroduce another top set right at the end. It just allows me to put a little bit more pressure onto myself, keep the intensity higher during these workouts because I'm only benching, and hopefully get some gains. So this is my second top set now. I decided to opt for 97 kilo, and I forgot to Larsen the first rep. I just did a normal rep on that first rep. So yeah, the other 7 reps were Larsen. See those quads sweeping through on the old legs there. Also, do you like my cow socks? I think they hit hard. Love those cow socks. So moving on to my accessories. This has been one of my favourite things I've added into my workouts since I injured myself. Dumbbell goblet squats. They don't give me any pain whatsoever. So I load them on the front and I try and get as many reps as possible out on this as I physically can. And I'm just absolutely sending it. This is the only way, in my opinion, that I'm able to get like a really high stimulus without loading my spine. I actually really struggle to do any of the machine squats that we've got here in the gym. I don't struggle with the belt squat, but our belt squat's really rubbish. As soon as you get up to like 4 plates per side, it's really impossible to unrack, just because the machine's not built the best, in my opinion. You can't unrack it if you're my height. I'm around about 5'7", and when I put my clients on it, I tend to find that if you are under 5'10", you can't go that heavy because you can't unrack it, unfortunately. So set's getting really tough now, and I'm really enjoying this really high intense AMRAP work. Coming to the end of the set now. You know, watching it back, it looks like I could do more, but honestly, my quads just feel screwed at the end of this. In total, I managed to get 31 reps, which is a almighty personal best. Last week, I only got 25, so massive PB. Now, the progress on these Nordic cars has been ridiculous, to be honest. What I've decided is, just to get some high quality work done, I'm just trying to make sure that my knees are extended at the bottom, but I'm not too overly fussed about the hips coming back a little bit. Now, I want them to be at least in a neutral position for as long as possible. I'm not really hyper obsessing about pushing them forward. It just doesn't feel that natural to me. It feels quite uncomfortable. So this position here feels really, really nice. So I just maintain this throughout. Now the idea is I'm doing 2 sets of AMRAP sets here, and I love these, but I've progressed, unfortunately, to my own detriment pretty quickly within 2 or 3 weeks of doing these. The first week I did these, I managed 12 reps for an AMRAP, and this time I've actually managed 24 reps. And you'll see soon to come that even on that last rep, it wasn't that difficult. Like, I actually stopped just because felt like I was wasting my time and I had to try and load some weight. So we'll just watch the end of these reps now. And I moved my foot position down a little bit. I think in previous weeks I've had the foot hold quite high, and it's quite hard for me to get any pressure through the hamstrings. Well, ideally, like, I'd want 80 to 90% pressure through the hamstrings, and I think when it's a little bit too high, you can't really pull your ankles to the top of the pad, and you're unable to get that hamstring availability almost. So yeah, I've got this weird thing as well about slapping the muscle that I want to work. Adds no benefit whatsoever, but I do it because mentally it helps. Give it a go. Go and slap your ass when you're doing an ass movement. Yeah, and I'm watching this back as well. I probably provided a little bit too much momentum on some of these reps as well towards the end. If I didn't really get the correct spring out of the bottom, I'd kind of come back down and spring back up on a second bounce. Probably not the best way to go. If I fail, then I fail without the momentum. I could give it another shot, but I'll probably have to come back to a dead stop almost. But yeah, I thought, you know what, after this rep, that's enough now. I'm not going to do any more. It's getting a little bit useless just pushing myself through these bodyweight reps. So, dismounted. I did end up putting some more weight on. I tried to load it a little bit differently, but I wasn't going to film that just because that was such a long set. I didn't want to overload this video with boring repeat sets. So onto the adductors now. This wasn't AMRAP, this is sets of 12 at an RP of 8. I do have the full stack on this though. So this is my primary day of adductor work. I just try and make sure I'm nice and controlled. I'm not bouncing the weight. I am making sure I have like a half-second squeeze at the top of the rep. Now again, this is my primary day when I work my adductors. I do this exact exercise on my 4th day, but that is more of a tempo. So I'm even slower than this, but this is still nice and controlled. It's not rushed, and I think adductor work is really underrated for powerlifters. I tend to train my adductors twice a week. I train my legs twice a week too, but every time I train my legs, I train my adductors. That's just such an important, undervalued muscle by powerlifters. Great for the squat because it provides a lot of stability, and it will help with very minutely, but it will help with like kind of knee valgus and that kind of stuff, keeping it under control. When it comes to deadlift as well, more kind of sumo deadlift, watch that camera fall, more with sumo deadlift, it will help maintain a nice position in the sumo deadlift, as opposed to when you tend to see people's knees kind of like come in just a little bit. My knees used to do that, but ever since I've increased the amount of work I do in my adductors, that's been eliminated. So there we go, that's 3 sets, full stack. This final set was more of an RP10. I probably should have dropped the weight a little bit. I didn't really get full range there, but it is what it is. I'll finish with triceps. My last block of training, I did put triceps on every single day, and I did feel a benefit there. So I've continued that. There's only one day that I don't put my triceps in, I think, and that's my day 4. So yeah, I'm just throwing these tricep extensions in with this nice long strap at the end of my leg workout. I like this strap. This is probably one of my favorite attachments for a tricep extension. You're able to really tuck in at the top, and you're able to extend, split, and squeeze much better than a rope, in my opinion. You don't have to worry about grip. You don't have to worry about keeping hold of the rope. And some old tatty, battered up ropes tend to kind of dig into those palms a little bit, so you don't have to worry about that either. Really comfortable. I just kind of make a fist. I'm not grabbing it. I'm just making a fist. I'm sticking the strap over the wrist joint. I'm just extending down. And plus, because they're quite lengthy, you don't really have to worry about hitting yourself in the legs either. You've got plenty of room to extend if you need to. Look at these fantastic angles. Brilliant. So we'll just let this one run through, and then I think I've got one more exercise to follow. And just to finish, I did some hyperextensions with full hyperextension, so big massive arch at the bottom and trying to get the chest nice and high at the top. No weight, just trying to get some blood flow and movement into that lower back, and it did actually feel really nice once I finished this. And I don't know how many reps I did, I just kept going until I stopped feeling good. But anyway guys, that is all for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully you liked the video. If you did like it, make sure you comment, let me know what you thought about this. If you want to see this type of video a little bit more often in the future, let me know, because I am enjoying doing these voiceovers, and just filming raw stuff in the gym is quite enjoyable, to be honest. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you again in the next one.